I know you're both a pair of losers. All the Paul family suck.
Imagine seeing that. Can you imagine being involved in that area? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine those being your friends? You can't even imagine, you know, the trauma, the mental trauma that would, how that would affect anybody. Even people passing the other way.
Yeah, man, I feel for that. I'm hoping everybody's flame is good, and I'm hoping, you know, speedy recovery. That's all I gotta say, man. I gotta do better.
The Gypsy King is seeing red right now, and he's not holding anything back after Jake Paul's involvement in what happened to Anthony Joshua. Fury is tearing into Jake and the whole Paul circus, calling out their complete disrespect and reckless attitude. He's making it crystal clear that real life matters more than any publicity stunt or fight, and his message about taking responsibility hits harder than any punch he's ever thrown.
They are not your enemies. They are your brothers and sisters under God. We all came from Adam and Eve. In the beginning, everybody on earth. Remember that. Spread love, not hate.
Fury's rage is boiling over after that devastating crash that took Anthony Joshua's world apart, leaving two of his closest friends dead and AJ fighting for his life. The heavyweight champion is going straight for Jake Paul and his entire crew, calling them out for their dangerous game. He's putting Joshua's incredible strength on full display, while delivering a savage reality check that human life and real friendship trump all the fame-chasing and attention-seeking nonsense. Fury's delivering verbal punishment that cuts deeper than any physical blow, showing just how petty the Pauls look when faced with genuine tragedy. Gerald Miller's voice is breaking as he talks about Anthony Joshua's nightmare, and you can feel the weight of something this devastating hitting him hard. Two of AJ's best friends are gone forever, and Miller's connecting with that pain while calling out Jake Paul's dangerous game. He's laying it out straight about how meaningless all the celebrity drama becomes when people you love aren't coming home.
You don't know what other people are going through. And even though AJ, you know, we're not on the best terms, man, I feel for this brother, man. Because it could have been my family, could have been my friends. And, you know, I feel like, man, it's mentally, like, kind of draining looking at this stuff all day online. And like I said, I didn't really see nothing too graphic until this morning. Was like, now I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my life, man. I've seen dead bodies before and all that.
Joe Rogan's asking the tough questions about where Anthony Joshua stands after surviving this horror, and the uncertainty around his healing process is weighing heavy. Two of AJ's closest brothers in life are never walking through that door again, and Jake Paul's dangerous games are getting the spotlight they deserve. Rogan's making it clear that Joshua's incredible strength is what everyone should be focused on right now.
Happened to him when he survived, right? Like, did he hit his head? Did he hit his neck? Like, what is he okay? Like, is he 100%, or is he always gonna be a little fucked from that?
Johnny Nelson's breaking down the devastating human price of what Anthony Joshua went through, talking about how quickly everything can be taken away, 2 lives are lost forever, and Jake Paul's reckless behavior is casting a dark cloud over everything. But Nelson's bringing it back to what really counts, showing love, giving respect, and standing with people when their world falls apart.
It's just sad. It just makes you realize how valuable life is, and how things can change in a heartbeat. So when we talk about fights and we talk about beefs, and you know, these things are just nothing when it comes to real life and losing your life. So it was a sad thing to hear, a sad thing to see. God knows how it'll affect those that saw it mentally, emotionally. But you've got to think about these 2 men were somebody's child, someone's brother. And that's what you've got to think about, those people that have lost their life.
Pain specialists are breaking down just how brutal Anthony Joshua's crash really was, and the physical agony he's pushing through just to be alive right now. Making it through something that deadly, especially while losing 2 brothers, shows AJ's unbreakable spirit. The whole situation is also putting Jake Paul's dangerous behavior under a microscope, showing everyone that real consequences are way more serious than any entertainment or show.
It's true. such a severe car accident there. Like, all right, he's lucky enough to still be alive, but fuck me, his body must be going through a lot right there. This is...
Eddie Hearn stressing how crucial it is to rally around Anthony Joshua and every family destroyed by this nightmare. Two of AJ's closest brothers are gone, and Jake Paul's role is getting the attention it deserves. But Hearn's message cuts through all the noise, making sure people get the medical help and emotional healing they need comes before any headline or fame game.
Dealing with the inquiries and the media, and you can imagine how many people are trying to find out.
The relief and thankfulness that Anthony Joshua made it through such a catastrophic wreck is overwhelming everyone right now. His incredible luck and unbreakable will are shining through this darkness, even as the devastating loss of his two closest friends creates a pain that words can't touch. The trauma he survived could have ended everything, and these words remind us that life's precious nature is bigger than fame, fights, or internet drama. There's also this sharp contrast being drawn between life's real dangers and the reckless games that people like Jake Paul play, showing why accountability, compassion, and support become everything when disaster strikes.
God bless you, AJ. You're one lucky lad. God bless you. I'm glad you're alive again. Shocked me, it has. Terrible.
Wishing everyone safety and whatever happiness you can find in the new year. Chris Eubank Jr.'s response to Anthony Joshua's horrific wreck shows the din shock and worry spreading through boxing's entire world. AJ making it out alive, even though the tragedy stole two of his best friends, shows how fragile everything is beyond the ropes. Eubank Jr. isn't backing down from calling out reckless people like Jake Paul, whose involvement just adds fuel to everyone's anger. This whole situation proves that boxing glory and internet fame become worthless when human lives hang in the balance. Eubank Jr.'s reminding everyone that inner strength, taking responsibility, and supporting the people hurt by this matter way more than headlines or social media drama. The severity of Anthony Joshua's situation cannot be overstated, focusing on the deadly crash and the heartbreaking loss of two dear friends. AJ, being a worldwide icon, could have easily become another tragic headline, but his survival shows both incredible fortune and unbreakable will. At the same time, Jake Paul's reckless actions and past conflicts are drawing major heat, creating an image of celebrity status tainted by careless behavior. Life throws curveballs that no one sees coming. Competitions, wealth, and internet fame become absolutely meaningless when genuine tragedy hits hard. The spotlight moves to human endurance, loss, and taking responsibility, proving that Anthony's struggle goes way beyond any boxing ring, and the entire world is watching every single outcome.
2 weeks ago, this guy's in front of the whole world. Netflix, millions of dollars, breaks Jake Paul's jaw in 2 places. Decides to go back to Nigeria, almost dies. 2 of his closest friends pass away in the accident. You never know what days your last.
Boxing analysts are examining Anthony Joshua's devastating situation, focusing on the deadly crash and the heartbreaking loss of 2 dear friends. AJ, being a worldwide icon, could have easily become another tragic headline, but his survival shows both incredible fortune and unbreakable will. At the same time, Jake Paul's reckless actions and past conflicts are drawing major heat, creating an image of celebrity status tainted by careless behavior. Life throws curveballs that no one sees coming. Competitions, wealth, and internet fame become absolutely meaningless when genuine tragedy hits hard. The spotlight moves to human endurance, loss, and taking responsibility, proving that Anthony's struggle goes way beyond any boxing ring, and the entire world is watching every single outcome.
It's just sad. It just makes you realise how valuable life is and how things can change in a heartbeat. So when we talk about fights and we talk about beefs and these things are just nothing when it comes to real life and losing a life. So it was a sad thing to hear, a sad thing to see. God knows how it'll affect those that saw it mentally, emotionally. But you've got to think about these 2 men who were somebody's child, someone's brother, and that's what you've got to think about. Those people that have lost their lives.
Gareth A. Davis is looking back at everything that led to Anthony Joshua's devastating crash, pointing out the dangers and careless behavior connected to Jake Paul. While fans were arguing about the fight and Paul's weak spots, Joshua's integrity and respect showed a completely different picture. The crash, taking two dear friends, shows how fragile everything becomes behind celebrity status and competitions, proving that viral moments and social media games have serious real-world consequences. Davis is highlighting AJ's professionalism and unbreakable spirit, making it clear that taking responsibility and being careful are absolutely necessary when lives are at risk. This situation serves as a harsh wake-up call that genuine tragedies matter more than any promotional buzz or attention-grabbing show.
Some very interesting and germane points you make there in this moment, Raheem. That I think what I've noticed, that obviously there were a kind of panoply of opinions about him fighting Jake Paul. To take it back a week and a half, I mean, I was critical of that fight being signed, first of all, because I worried about the dangers for Jake Paul. He got his jaw broken at the end of the day, and kind of used the scars as a flag in his new moon, delusionally optimistic, in his words, as he is about these things. So Anthony Joshua went to America a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, played the role which he needed to play, was very classy throughout.
Joe Rogan's intense comment really drives home just how dangerously close Anthony Joshua came to a life-changing or deadly crash. The seriousness of this situation gets even heavier when you consider the heartbreaking loss of two of AJ's closest friends in that same wreck, making this one of boxing's darkest chapters in recent memory. Rogan's insight shows both how delicate life really is and how narrow the gap between making it out and complete disaster. At the same time, Jake Paul's careless actions building up to this situation creates another level of drama and public fury. Joshua's toughness and pure chance are now front and center, proving to everyone that real life is way more unpredictable and dangerous than fights, celebrity status, or social media feuds. This whole situation is a reminder that taking responsibility and being careful have to matter more than chasing clout and showing off.
I mean,
that's bonkers. Thank God he didn't have a seatbelt on. I never say that. Thank God he didn't have a fucking seatbelt on, because if he did,
there's no way.
He would be dead. Probably, or fucking severely.
Liam Goff brings a harsh reality check about Anthony Joshua's devastating car wreck, focusing on losing two dear friends, plus AJ's own serious injuries. His sympathy shows the human cost hiding behind all the headlines, making it clear that boxing celebrity and social media games look tiny next to real-life disaster. The whole thing exposes how careless and irresponsible people like Jake Paul really are, whose involvement has made public anger even worse. AJ making it through such deadly conditions shows his incredible toughness and how thin the line between living and dying really is. Goff's words also highlight why empathy, support, and responsible reporting matter during emergencies, proving that tragedy isn't just news content. It's a deep human experience affecting families, friends, and entire communities. Everything centers on getting better, thinking deeply, and remembering how precious life truly is.
Anthony Joshua injured in car accident. Two people who I believe were with Anthony Joshua were friends of his have tragically passed away. Before I carry on reading the article, the two people who have tragically passed, my condolences is all I can say to their friends and families. We'll definitely offer up some prayers for them.
Alexander Usyk's reaction focuses on the deep personal damage from Anthony Joshua's crash, grieving the loss of two team members who were also dear friends. His message shows the strong bonds in AJ's circle, proving this tragedy reaches way past any headlines. Usyk's sympathy and hope for Joshua's recovery bring out the human angle of the story, showing fans that survival and emotional strength now matter more than any fight or competition. By openly showing support, Usyk demonstrates the unity and care within boxing's community during real emergency situations, putting AJ's bravery and the heaviness of personal loss in the spotlight.
Usyk said, "This is an unbelievable loss. Sinna Atlatif are two incredible people who were not only part of AJ's team, but also friends. My sincere condolences to their families, loved ones, and everyone who knew them. Anthony Joshua, wishing you a speedy recovery. Stay strong."
Breaking news coverage reveals the details of Anthony Joshua's crash, helping viewers grasp what actually happened when AJ's SUV hit a stopped truck. While the facts stay unclear, the attention stays on how serious this incident was. Plus the devastating loss of two of AJ's closest friends. This situation has rocked the boxing world, not just because of Joshua's worldwide fame, but also because of the reckless involvement from people like Jake Paul, whose behavior added to the stress around everything. The coverage highlights the human price, showing the audience that behind all the celebrity status, massive money, and viral headlines, actual lives are hanging by a thread. Thoughts and support for AJ and his family become essential, showing how delicate life is and how responsible everyone involved needs to be.
Was SUV struck the stationary truck. So I just want to give you guys the breaking news. Unfortunately, Anthony Joshua was involved in a car accident in Nigeria. Prayers to Anthony AJ Joshua and his
Anthony Joshua's crash shows us that everything can flip in a heartbeat, and losing two of his closest friends makes this disaster even more devastating. While Joshua displays amazing toughness and bravery, Jake Paul and his crew's careless actions can't be overlooked, showing an incredible lack of responsibility when facing genuine danger. Supporters and fighters everywhere are rattled, understanding that celebrity status, competitions, or viral drama become worthless when compared to human life. Right now, more than ever, AJ deserves support, respect, and room to heal both physically and emotionally. This incident should serve as an alarm bell for boxing's entire community that taking responsibility and showing care can never be compromised. Share your thoughts below about Jake Paul's role and what lessons this devastating crash should teach the sport.